Happy Wednesday, Sagittarius. So you may not be watching this on Wednesday. Whenever it finds you, it's your reading at that time. But I'm intending for it to be up on the channel on Wednesday. So what I'm getting for you intuitively is this set of readings is all about self-love and finding the love within us first. A lot of us come with like different bits of emotional baggage from the past. It could be things from childhood. Even if we've had brilliant parents, sometimes even the best parents, can be a bit of a smother or whatever. A lot of us have a variety of attachment issues, or we're taught that relationships should look a certain way, when actually sometimes that's not right for us. What was right for our parents may not be right for us, things like this. So the specific thing that I'm getting for you, Sagittarius, is like if you've only ever known dramatic relationships, if you've only ever known people who fly off the handle and cause a big fuss and do those kind of big grand acts of love, like running through the airport screaming, brilliant. It's brilliant in movies, right? But it's very, very dramatic, and sometimes people can make a big song and a dance and a big fuss, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they're the right one for us. The right one for you, Sagittarius, might be somebody who's sat quietly in the corner, consistently loving you, picking you up from the airport every time, always being there every day, quietly in the background, silently loving you, and you may not even be aware of it. This is very, I think, because Sagittarius, you are quite a spontaneous, fun-loving sign. I know my daughter is very attracted to like the loud, right? So she's attracted to the noise, to the vibrancy, where she might sometimes overlook those like dependable people and the qualities of the friends who are always loyal and at her side. So yeah, I feel like some of you possibly have, not all of you, when I get to the cards, a completely different story may come out, but some of you may have a choice in love where perhaps you've got someone who, the sort of person who's throwing themselves at your feet, hanging onto your ankles, saying, "Don't leave me, I'll kill myself if you leave." And you think that's what love is, right? You think that's what love is because that person's displaying these dramatic emotions. It's like, well, they must have a lot of love for me because they're being so dramatic, right? But you could have somebody there who's, it's almost like a more pure love, because that's a selfish love. The person who's saying, "Don't leave me, I can't live without you." That's selfish. That's about the person, not about you. Where somebody who quietly says, "I want what's best for you. I want this. I love them so much, but I want them to be happy. I want them to make their own decisions. If they're right for me, they'll come to me." They may be, their heart may be screaming for you, but they don't want to put that on you, right? They don't want to make you feel like you're obliged to them anyway, or like, they can't make that choice. They don't want to put that emotional baggage on you. So it could be that you think perhaps that somebody doesn't like you because they're not screaming it from the rooftops, but they may not be screaming it from the rooftops because they don't want to put that pressure on you, where inside they might be dying for you. I got the song Driver's License by Olivia Rodriguez, and it's this very quiet kind of, I'm still in love with you, I don't understand what happened. She's talking to her friends, but it just comes across as this kind of quiet love, this quiet longing, which I think actually, I don't know, Sagittarius, I don't know what you want from relationships. It's not for me to tell you, it's just what was coming through. So let's get you a song then for this reading. So this is the last song that played. I've been playing Spotify on my phone and on my tablet, just in case you're wondering where Driver's License came from. That was on my phone as I was uploading Scorpio's video. So this was the song that came on at the end of Scorpio's reading. So we're doing Sagittarius, 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 Sagittarius. Song for Sagittarius's reading, please. Love is a battlefield. Okay, Okay, the adverts are over. It's Love is a Battlefield by Pat Benatar. It's not playing for some reason. I don't know what's happened to it, but we're on 69%. So, ayo. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. It's just not playing. Interestingly as well, I was actually getting, I always get Archangel Michael out. And while I was waiting for the adverts to pass, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to get Archangel Gabriel out as well. You know, like help people speak in love, help people communicate what they want. And also I thought I'm playing the music. I want the music to be like relevant to the reading. I thought I'll get Archangel Gabriel. And then it stopped playing. So it's really interesting. What if I like magically, can you make Spotify play, please, Archangel Gabriel? No. I mean, there must be a reason for it. There's a reason for everything that happens during a reading. There's rhyme and reason, right, in everything that we do. So for some reason that is not playing. The message I'm getting is maybe love doesn't have to be a battlefield. Also, on the bottom of this was action, and I shuffled and looked again, and the bottom was action again. So I feel like somebody needs to take action in regards to some sort of love. Maybe there's a competition for somebody, right? It's like which horse is going to win the race, which horse is going to run to the airport and tell them how much they love them first, something like that. I don't know. Strange that that's not playing. Love is a Battlefield. Now, perfect song actually for that reading, because it's exactly what I was picking up on. So love doesn't have to be a battlefield. You know, if all you've ever known are dramatic relationships where you're fighting and then like making up in bed, you know, like all that drama, like, yeah, sometimes it feels great, but sometimes it just feels like I don't want to do this anymore, right? That if that's the only experience you've had of love, it doesn't have to be that way. You know, the drama's fun, but I don't know. It's not, again, it's not for me to tell you what you want in your life. But like I say, that song was not playing. So it's like it doesn't have to be. It's like, no, that's not what I want anymore. Or no, like, that's not true. I know differently now. And the really funny thing is, I was talking about my daughter, and she's got a friend who's absolutely lovely. He like walks her to school. He waits for her and walks her to school every day. He's been a friend since, like, you know, nursery. So and I was thinking about that best friend, you know, like the 90s romantic movies where like the best friend turns out to be the person that love, you know, the protagonist loved all along, they just didn't realize, that kind of thing. It's like, oh, like that's the kind of love I want. That song actually is on my playlist because I watched 13 Going on 30 and it was in that movie. And without giving too many spoilers, you know, it's a 90s movie, we know how these things work. It turns out that the person she really liked was her best friend from high school all along. So there could be something like that going on there for somebody. Yeah. You can be friends with your love interest, you know, that is possible. You know, you can be happy and have a friendship and have like the same interests. It doesn't always have to be about drama and over emotion and sex. Like, you know, great when those things come into it sometimes, but I think, I don't know if that makes a long lasting relationship. I don't know. It's not, I'm a Libra, so I'm like, do you know what, I just want peace and harmony. I want somebody I can talk to. Like, you know, all the good stuff. Yeah, I've got Mars in Sagittarius, so uh, that's definitely where my more impulsiveness, my more directness comes from. But I don't know, you've got to have the balance, right? Sagittarius then. Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel. What do we have for Sagittarius? The reading's going up on Wednesday. Okay, quite a lot there. Home. Right, so we've got something with home on one hand. Mountain on the bottom. Home. Home is where the heart is. Field of dreams. Rescue. Slow and steady. There's that snail shell again that keeps coming up in my readings. Where's my snail shell? Where are you? Let's get it. Slow and steady wins the race. Magic prayer. Rescue. Right, okay. Just give me a second with these cards. Okay, Sagittarius. I don't know if you are the one needing to be rescued or if you're the one sending, you know, receiving the rescue signal and trying to come to somebody's aid. feel like somebody could feel very trapped, possibly trapped at home. I feel like this is a place where you've been for a very, very long time. You know, you can see, you know, there's this like a pregnant fairy down here at the bottom. There's these kind of like, is this bees or like a birdhouse here? There's this clock here. This person's sleeping. It's like, I feel like you've been kind of trapped. You see how the door's closed? I feel like you've been trapped somewhere, possibly trapped at home. I mean, at COVID, you know, a lot of us have been trapped at home. What does this say? Welcome life. Welcome life. So feeling very stuck, feeling very closed in, almost like rooted to the spot. Like the walls are growing around you, you know, like over time you're getting more and more trapped. You could feel trapped by things like pregnancy. Perhaps you have, it sounds horrible to say you feel trapped by your children, but I mean, I have children and I think definitely it tethers you more than if you are single and free. You know, if you're single and free, really, you just have to make choices for yourself. But when you've got, you know, a family, dependence, you know, you have to consider their needs a lot more. You know, you are restricted. For example, I was going to do teacher training, but the hours and the travel factor meant that, you know, I wouldn't be, it was like you had to be there for the whole school day, but you had to be there, you know, before and after school, and then childcare issues started to come into the equation, so I wasn't able to do it. So it could just be that you feel, wherever you've been, if you've been there for a long time, I mean, it says home, it can also be like some sort of workplace. I feel like you've got some factor in your life where you've got yourself very entangled and very rooted and very, there's a lot of history there to whatever this is for you. But it's almost like you're yearning for some sort of freedom. You're yearning for some sort of either adventure. They're giving me Belle, I want adventure in the great wide somewhere. But it's like you're up there, right? You're up there in your bedroom and you're wishing. Can you see how the light's kind of coming through that window? You're wishing, you're sending wishes out to the universe. And it may not even be an active wish. It could be that you're just dreaming, right? Dreaming of what am I going to do when lockdown ends? What, you know, who am I going to go and see? You know, what places do I want to visit? And you're just kind of like daydreaming and imagining about a life outside those walls, right? So then this is kind of like, you can see here with this card here, rescue, it's like feeling very, very trapped, feeling like you don't really have any options of anywhere to go, possibly feeling a little bit isolated, or just very, very restricted in your movement. You can't really go anywhere. So very restricted, very not knowing how to move, feeling very stuck. But there's those wishes, right, coming up out of the chimney. It's almost like reverse Harry Potter with the owls. You're making the wishes, you're having the dreams, and you're intentionally or not, they're going up into the universe. They're spreading across the sky. So here you are. I feel like this is you again, the magic prayer card. Again, like wishing, dreaming, sending out like smoke signals almost to the universe. Like you see it's all like around her. It's like the intensity of this as well, like really, this is almost like feeling so frustrated and just sitting there and going, please, universe, God, guardian angels, spirit guides, anyone who's out there, somebody please hear my wishes. I have to get out of here. I have to move. Like, let me be free. It feels like really kind of, you know, getting to a point again, especially if you're in a relationship that's very turbulent, really being like, let me out of here, right? I'm a Sagittarius, get me out of here. I need to be free. I need to feel the wind in my hair, right? I need to feel the ground beneath my feet. I need to run. So then you're wishing, you're there in that bedroom, inside that house, whatever it is, trapped in a cage, wishing, sending that energy up into the universe. And then it's like it's being heard by these other creatures around you. I feel like there's some kind of like network, because you're showing us like a fairy energy, a fairy butterfly. Look, she's got this kind of like these fairy wings across her eyes. So it's like your soul tribe, your spirit tribe, your friendship circle, whatever this is, like there's people out there who are hearing this, they're hearing it or sensing it somehow, because here you have this field of dreams. So this is what you're dreaming about. It's like, I want to go, I want to be free, right? Free to run through the field. Think about Belle, you know, spinning around in that scene where she's like, her arms are out, she's like, I want adventure, you know. So look at all the little fairies. This is like your spirit tribe, the people who are hearing you, because they're all just sat there in the field of dreams, you know, in that place where you want to be. But there's your dreams and wishes. Can you see in the sky? It's like that energy, that pure, like unfiltered plea to the universe is now flying up through the air. It's almost like you know, when you blow a dandelion clock and the seeds like scatter through the air. It's like that's happening now, but it's your wishes. It's like they're going through the air, and they're kind of, look at that big one there as well, and they're manifesting now. They're manifesting something tangible and real. And over here, these, it could be spirit guides, it could be friends. They're noticing. It could be just that they're sensing it, right? But then I feel like they know. So then there's this sense of people coming to your rescue. So, but it's slow and steady. It's this snail, right? It's like, we know, we've heard your call. There it is. Look, they're being guided, whether it's consciously or not. And look, they've got the butterfly mask as well. It's like whether they are consciously aware that they're coming to your rescue, or they're just following their own path, but it just happens that spirit's leading them to you. It's like they are coming, but it's slow, because I think that the thing with signs and symbols and like the spirit leading us to places, it's always very unclear. So you can see up here, it's like here they come, they're coming in, they're coming towards you, they're coming to your rescue. And here they are showing up as this kind of like orb. But you can see he's got this telescope, but he's looking, because he's following the wishes, right? There's this kind of like, not miscommunication, but slight disalignment, because they've been following your dreams and wishes, right? So they're a little bit off path here. He's looking a little bit too high, because he's coming here where you know, he has to look a little bit lower. You're kind of hiding in that kind of cave. So I don't know why it's not focusing. You're kind of down there in that little cave there, and that person's kind of up there, sort of missing you. It's like you know, when you watch movies or TV shows where somebody gets the plane crashes or the boat crashes and they're stuck on the desert island, and then the rescue helicopters come, and you know, the people signaling, they're sending up the smoke signals, but you know, the timing's off. Like they came, like the fire went out and then the helicopter came and they just didn't see that smoke signal, and by the time you got the fire started again, they're gone. So it's like the miss. This is why it's so slow, because they are coming in, but they don't quite know how to do it. So help is coming, Sagittarius. Your wishes, your prayers have been heard by the universe. You know, it's been heard by your collective group, right? Your the people who are on your wavelength. The universe is sending in opportunities your way to move, or help in order to be able to move. They're going to get you off the island. They're going to get you unlocked, uprooted. And it's not even like, maybe it's not even like you're not necessarily unhappy with where you are, right? You could be perfectly happy, but you just feel so trapped and stuck and possibly bored. You need to get out of there. It's really like, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. Maybe you've been watching that as well. So I'm just noticing these mirror numbers here as well with the just there's some number synchronicity. So you've got 21, 1, 2. So again, it's almost like, it's like this it could be that people are coming at you from different angles perhaps, or there's this kind of mirroring going on where, you know, like mirrors can sometimes indicate illusions. So it's like I just feel like they're kind of missing you. It's like they keep going past you, right? But you're there. You're like, notice me. I'm right here. And then this 16 and 32, 16 is half of 32, they're both in the 8 times table. I don't know why that's coming through, but it is. If your kids are struggling with the 8 times table and they play Minecraft, you can talk to them about Minecraft stacks. 8 times 8 is 64, which is a full Minecraft stack. Half a Minecraft stack is 32, right? Yeah. Kids think in computer game terms, so if they're having trouble with the 8 times table, that might just be a little trick there to help them. I know it helps my son. So yeah. Right. So I kind of want to do it like this, almost like you can hear my neighbours being a little bit noisy there. Don't worry about it too much. British houses, right? British terraced houses. So what? Tell me more for Sagittarius then, please. Tell me more for Sagittarius. Yeah, good karma. Justice is coming. Things are going to get balanced. I feel like I feel like there's some kind of like it feels like divine intervention or karmic justice. You can see this justice card as well is actually an angel on this card. The scales are in balance, so I feel like you may have been struggling with some kind of situation at home. Perhaps you've been doing, too much of the work, or you just feel like it feels like you need help. It's like somebody come and help me with that rescue card. It could be maybe just things are getting on top of you, chores are getting on top of you, and you just need somebody to come around and, blitz the place with you, just to get you back on track. It could be a number of different things, right? Anything else it could also be that you've got some kind of karmic tie or contractual tie with something. Again, it's saying home, it could be like workplace or something like that. So justice talks about contracts and the law as well. You could have some kind of mortgage agreement that you're dealing with. Anything else please for Sagittarius? Okay, got quite a bit there. Which way? Okay, Page of Earth. So this is like one of the rescue team, right? The Page of Earth. I love this little guy. Why am I not focusing today? What's that about? So the Page of Earth, he's like a child, like he's so playful, he's just off exploring. It's coming through very much as your energy today. It's like, I need to get out there, I just need to feel like the ground beneath my feet, I need to explore. So you're trying to come up with a little bit of a plan here. This is kind of like the student, the studying age. It feels very, very foresty as well, doesn't it? Kind of like the imagery of this and this. It's like it could be that you're not necessarily trapped at home, but perhaps where you are, you've kind of already explored the environment around you, and you kind of need to perhaps expand that field. Perhaps you just really enjoy being outdoors, you enjoy exploring, you enjoy being part of nature, just getting a lot of like fields and trees and stuff like that through. So yeah, it could just be that you need to explore a little further afield now. So you really want those opportunities to open up for you. It's like you don't want to get stuck in one place for too long. I love that little guy. It's such a sweet little card. He's always like with the horns on his head there. He always talks to me about like emperor energy. He's like he's seen the emperor, he's seen the stags, and he wants to grow up to be like them one day. So he's kind of like running around playing and pretending to be that emperor, that stag, that father, that boss, the leader of the pack kind of thing. But he's still very sweet and almost like part of this. You know how little boys especially, right? They so just get that blur off. So look, it's like he's part of this group. So it's almost like this is the mums group, right? The mums get together, the kids go off and play and explore. They have the little chat, and yeah, it's like he's still a fairy. He's still part of that mum group, but he's learning to be more independent. He's learning to be a man. He's learning to be I'm talking slightly in gender stereotypes here, by the way. I think everybody has the right to be whatever they are, but this is the kind of little story that's coming through for me. So he was part of that little fairy group, but he's he's experimenting now with manhood is how it's kind of coming through. So I don't know if you've got a child of that kind of age, who's perhaps learning to be a little bit more independent, you know, roaming a little bit further afield possibly, or perhaps that resonates with you somehow. But he's very sweet, very, very sweet. And it's almost Piscean, even though it's a page of earth, it's almost Piscean energy for me, in that kind of page of cups energy that I always talk about, where it's the ability to dream, to play, to dress up, to you know, play cops and robbers, or you know, whatever game it is that the children are playing, explorers, the ability to manifest a future for yourself, you know, this magic prayer, the field of dreams. It's when we have that playtime, when we have that imaginative space, even as adults, right, when we go into our imagination and imagine what our world could be like, it's a strong, it's almost like pure manifestation energy for me. It's the manifestation of children. So very, very strong there. It's like I can imagine what it would be like to be the emperor, to be the leader of the forest. And it's like practice. It's almost like role play is practice for when you do the real thing. So if you're an adult and you have that page of cups, page of earth ability to fantasize, you know, don't be ashamed of your fantasies. You don't have to tell people about them, but embrace them. You know, if you live in your head a little bit, if you live in your imagination a little bit, if you're quite playful and childlike, that's brilliant. Hold on to that, because that's your ability to imagine a future for yourself that's different from the place where you are. So yeah, definitely that fairy energy helping us all there to imagine a world beyond our borders, I think. So we've got justice. We've also got the Queen of Fire, the Page of Air, and the Messenger of Fire. So this air energy bordered by this fire energy here. 2 pages, then you've got the Page of Earth and the Page of Air. And this Messenger of Fire is very young as well. So there's something, could be something to do with children, children and mothers. Very feminine energy in this reading today. Even like you know, even the masculine energies that are kind of present in your reading are this kind of winged fairy energy, or angel energy technically, but very, very airy, you know, a lot of winged energy, very airy, very imaginative, very free and flowing, rather than, I think, what you're trying to avoid, which is this fixed energy, right? This fixed, and you've got the King of Air there as well, you know, this kind of like contractual fixed. It's really coming through as like the need to be free, to be lifted, to be a lot of imagination energy here, but this imagination, these dreams are actually manifesting, I think, around you into something that's going to turn into opportunities, or, you know, you're going to be able to see how to move. Queen of Fire, Page of Air, Messenger of Fire. This is very much your energy, Queen of Fire. I would say it's Sagittarian energy, because you do have quite a mothering instinct, I would say. I know that the Sagittarian females that I know are very you know, in a lot of ways that mothering instinct comes out. My stepmom has a dog which she mothers. It's her baby, and I have a Sagittarian family member who works in a nursery. Actually, my stepmother also works in a nursery, so a definite connection to, you know, children. Again, a lot of children coming through in this reading. Nurturing energy, very warm, compassionate, loving, gorgeous, like almost like Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, but with a huge amount of warmth behind it, you know, a huge amount of passion for what you do. Very warm, very nurturing. Also, the imagery that they're showing me is like you know, a hot cooked meal, right? Or, you know, sitting by the fire. So they're giving me this kind of like Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles type energy that's normally associated with them. The Queen of Fire is normally a creative, dramatic energy, but this is much more warm, much more nourishing. It's coming through as very beautiful today. Yeah, my daughter's always caring for animals, so there's a real instinct to, although you're a fire sign, although you want to be free, you also have this very compassionate, very nurturing, very warm, very protective energy coming through today. I was told about a story about this crown of candles by a friend who was saying that it's Saint Lucia, I think, or Saint Lucy, and she was a young girl who took food to people, but she wanted to carry more food, so she put these candles on her head so that her hands would be free, so she could carry more food to people. So it sort of strikes me as like not necessarily a good idea, right? It made a lot of sense at the time, but was it a good idea? So it's almost like, but here she's got the candle in her hands because she's matured. So she's matured from an energy that was quite naive, almost very eager to help, very Sagittarian energy of like, I can see people in need. Sagittarius is a very humanitarian sign. So I can see people in need. I can see how I can help them, but perhaps not really thinking it through too well. There's a bit of a danger there where it matures into this much more stately energy where you see this candle is actually a heart. So now she's holding this flame in her hands, but perhaps because she's a queen, she's more able to direct others. Look, she's got the horns on her head there as well. It's like the fairy mask, right? The young energy. There's some kind of like progression of energy, some kind of maturing. So rather than just going with your instinct to kind of protect and serve, perhaps, again, this kind of like, that's two references now I've made to like police. I know my daughter, she's again Sagittarius, and she's been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the 7th series. She loves it. I would not be surprised if she became a police officer. So yeah, it's like the butterfly wings that have led you to this place have now turned into almost like that. Can you see the symbology of like the butterfly wings, the butterfly energy, and the emperor energy have kind of like merged into this kind of leadership crown? Like, so instead of just having two hands and the candles on your head and taking food with two hands, you're now holding the candle and lighting the way for others. So now you command an army of people, thousands of hands. You're much more effective because you've taken your light, you've taken the light, and you're using it in a much more effective way. You can see still these sparks all around her, these sparks here now, which were what you were sending up into the universe, but they're kind of, you see how they're getting warmer? They're getting warmer as this story moves on. So it's now you have perhaps your own children, now you have your own, it's like you're a guide now for these younger energies. Some kind of transformation has happened here in this reading. I'm surprised we don't have the transformation card because that's kind of what I'm seeing. I may just get it out to kind of explain to you how I'm seeing it, and then we'll work out what this Page of Air is doing. Ooh. Okay, so it's like, maybe that compassionate, adventurous, I'm the one who can make a difference here, I'm the one who can fix this, very well intentioned, right? You've generated good karma for yourself, but perhaps you've got yourself somewhere where you've got stuck. Perhaps you came to someone else's rescue and got stuck. She was trying to take people food. There's a sense of perhaps you trying to rescue people. So with age comes experience, where, because this transformation card, this is what card is this? Transformation. Maybe this is the Judgment card, perhaps, where it's death and rebirth. Or death and rebirth. I feel like I say rebirth funny. Can you see it's a little phoenix? It's almost like she tried to hold a butterfly, or she tried to hold one of those this dandelion clocks. She tried to hold it in her hand, but in her innocence, in her eagerness to do the right thing, she destroyed what she was trying to hold. The situation went wrong. The situation turned into something it wasn't supposed to be, but in doing so, She learned something. It transformed into something new. So it's now a phoenix. So it's a lesson. It's a, in the disappointment, in the failure. Can you see? Because now it's a phoenix in her hands. Now it's this heart in her hands. Now it's this wisdom and experience where she can guide others. And she can say to these children who are trying to do their best, but perhaps it's like she's surrounded by children, look. And this page as well is another child. So, but this child needs the warmth. These two are very much of her own energy. She can see herself in these children. It's like, don't worry about the mistakes. The intentions were good. You know, you're generating good karma. You're trying to do the right thing. So guiding. There's a lot of guiding light here. Very warm, very nurturing. And then this one as well. It's like this one's being drawn to her as well. It's like I'm safe to explore here because I've got this to return to. And so who's the page of air? She's cold. She's very cold. She looks like she needs warming up, right? She needs the heat. This page of air, you know, it could be the children, and you're seeing the potential in them. You're seeing the heart of them. You're seeing who they are. Because there's this page of air who's like, she's got these big wings, right? She's not like the others. She's not like the fairies, because it's like you've got all these fairies who are brilliant, these children, but this one has so much potential. She has the potential to like be this, right? She's got the potential to be very high, very ascended, like angelic, justice, Libra energy. But she needs guidance, right? She's looking up. She can see that feather above her. She knows where she wants to go. She just doesn't know how. She hasn't got the space to spread her wings, perhaps. So she hasn't got the space to spread her wings. So she needs to be out in order to use those muscles. She needs the space to be able to flex those muscles and be able to fly. So she needs this guidance. She needs warming up. She needs a safe space, like a safe home. Because it's like, that's her energy there. Look, it's like she's there and she's like, I want to go and join. I want to join these people. I want to join these other energies that have these wings, right? So she knows they're there. She can sense them. She can see them. She's seen the feather, or she's sending up the feathers, sending up the feathers as a signal to come and get me. Because as much as I should be able to fly and leave this place, I cannot spread my wings right now. I cannot take the risk of falling. So you need to come and get me, is almost how it's coming through. You need to guide me. Asking for guidance, sending up the prayer, sending up the smoke signals, asking for guidance. So then there's this warm energy trying to come in. Or trying to signal, right? Signal with the ashes, sending up, maybe it's the same energy, sending up the ashes like, I need more space. I need more space for an extended family. My house isn't big enough for this family. Universe, come in and help me here. I've got all these children who I need to, my children are growing. They need more space, something like that. I feel like that is a pretty solid reading there already, but I maybe just want to clarify one or two things. Yeah, maybe this is like, maybe this one could grow up into be this major arcana, but she hasn't got the space to grow. She hasn't got the opportunities where she is. Maybe you live in the countryside. You need the opportunities that come with living in a city, something like that. Oh, yeah, you need, it's not enough. The Eight of Cups, there's something missing that that there's intuitively with this Highest Priestess. Sorry, I'm just going to stop and restart. I'm just approaching the 40-minute mark. Yeah, there's definitely something going on with like ascending. Again, it's like she's sending these signals up to the universe. Like, it's time. I know that I need to move on. I know that I need to find the next level almost. So tell me what the Justice card is doing here, please. Explain Justice, because this is the major arcana here. Four of Cups. Just be wary that you're not missing out on I think you are aware. I think you're aware that you're missing out on opportunities. You know that you're missing out on opportunities, but you feel like you need some kind of justice to come in to make it so you're able to take part in these opportunities. Yeah, it feels like you have a sense of, especially if you've got children, like there's 4 children around this Queen of Wands. It's like, I want my children to be the best that they can be, but I am not able to give them that. So I'm asking the universe to come in with some kind of karmic justice. Like, I'm asking for these supportive energies to guide me so that I can guide my children to a better future, to more opportunities, something like that. Anything else? No, I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to actually read these cards because a lot of these are all new to me. I really want to read Magic Prayer. I'm going to read them in order that I kind of like showed them to you. So let's read Home first, 27. You are comfortable in your own skin. You belong. Peace, security, safety, belonging, and all the features one would want from home are indicated now. Excuse me, sorry. The Home card represents an invitation to experience what it's like to be secure in your own skin, to live comfortably no matter what is happening in the world around you. It's a time for opening your eyes to your tribe of like-minded people, that's what he said, or one special person who makes you feel like you've come home. Home is love, and love is all around you now. I mean, that's what I was saying here, right? Home is love, and love is all around you now. Whatever your inquiry, you are where you're meant to be and will reap great benefits by staying on this path regardless of where it leads. Home will always be with you. It's where the heart is. And this is your energy. Home is where the heart is. You know, home is where love is. It could be that you are home to someone. It could be that you're home to kind of like, almost like waifs and strays, right? Like the waifs and strays who are lost in the forest can find a home with you. Slightly different than what I was picking up on. So then I'm going to go to Magic Prayer. Because there is this feeling of like wanting more, or feeling unsettled, or feeling like you're not good enough, or you're missing opportunities. Speak your prayers and listen for the answers. Act in faith. When you see the Magic Prayer card, it's a reminder that your prayers will be answered. Spirit is always waiting to help you and to heal you. And when you're in need. That said, the best prayer is, Thy will be done through me. Thy will and not mine be done. Thy will be done through me. Thy will and not mine be done. Conscious contact with your higher power is achieved through the ritual of prayer and meditation. Speak and listen to the divine force within the field of creation. Surrender your wishes and desires to Spirit. You may not get what you want, but you will surely get what you need. Your destiny awaits you. As long as you keep in conscious contact with your higher power, be assured that you are on the right path. So you've had 2 things there saying you are on the right path. So then you've got this field of dreams that I read next. Because you're sending up your prayers, and this is turning into your field of dreams, right? Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging with the vast field of pure potential. This is the perfect time to harness the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener, which to me is like Spirit. Be clear about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Concentrate on your best life regardless of the temporary outer conditions imposed on you by the greater world, which has its own story to tell. You have a basket full of seeds and are quite powerful, for your talents are divinely inspired and will indeed lead to a great harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, take action, and tend to the garden of your life and experience the extraordinary. So you are being told to take action on your dreams. Don't just sit there waiting to be rescued. I mean, I don't think you are. I think you're actively manifesting, actively summoning, actively being a guiding light to those around you. perhaps the universe is seeing this and they're kind of delivering you some kind of wish. So let's go to 16, rescue. You are always safe and secure and free to be yourself. Asking for help isn't easy for many successful people. However, that's what you need to do now as you expand your life. If you find yourself troubled, you can expect help with whatever issue is at hand now. You need only ask and assistance will come your way. The most important support you can expect is from Spirit. Get into a right relationship with the divine, and you will see that many conditions line up as if by magic to provide you with the help you need. Ask and you will receive. There is no need to fear. Safety is a place within. So there may be a need, rather than to be specific, like I want this person, I want this specific job. It may be like, universe, please help me to expand my home. Universe, please help me to my children to reach their full potential. Because if you ask in a more open way, it's easier for the universe to deliver what you want. The universe has a lot of cogs to align, right? Everybody's wishing for things, so it can be hard for the universe to play that, chess game or align all the cogs at the same time. So there may be a need to be a little bit more fluid, a little bit more open with your requests, so the universe finds it a bit easier to deliver them, right? If you're asking for a specific person, you've also got that person's specific needs to take into account, and the needs of all the people around them, the needs of people around you, the needs of the world, I don't know, aeroplanes, I don't know what it is, but, it's just be open and ask for what you need and not what you want, and be open with it. Yeah, I feel like that's good advice there. But the universe is listening. It's there. It is, your wishes and prayers are being heard, Slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Remember the old cliche, slow and steady wins the race. This is a time for easy movement, unhurried steps, and a steady heart. Trust that taking life at a more leisurely pace will give you greater access to your dreams. Because you're trying to go to your field of dreams, right? Slowing down allows more contact with the juicier elements of your life. Savor them. So that may be in contact with this kind of eager to help, and this maturing energy. She's encouraging others to help her. Right, I'm running out of time and space here. Time and space-time continuum. So a little bit of Duda, where's my car there? Let's see if we can get this to work. So I don't know if it's going to play or not, but can we please get, for the people who are watching this reading and resonating with it, can I get the best advice, please? The best advice you have. What's the song that they really need to hear right now? Okay, Thrasher by N.E.R.D. Fair enough. Maybe go and have a look at the words, look at the lyrics, watch the video if there is one. I'm not 100% sure if there's a video to that one or not. Whatever you get from that, whatever you get from it, that's the message for you. So whatever you feel, explore your feelings around it. Anything that stands out to you, anything that jumps out of you, that's what you need to hear. Okay, do take care. I hope that was helpful to you. I nearly called you Pisces then for some reason. I hope that was helpful to you. Do take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, Sagittarius. Oh, just remember though, just to leave you with, remember that this is your energy and it's gorgeous. You're doing really well. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.